Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and this time we are here with Return of the Duelist as well as TuP8 Booster 8. And just a heads up, my hair is gonna look a little different in the actual dueling section of this video. I'm recording these retroactively due to some time constraints that we have, so that's why it's different like that. Also, you know, gotta wrap the Boston Celtics after their I'm dating the recording of this to the 21st, so just a few days ago, Boston Celtics took down the NBA, and but that's neither here nor there. We're not here to talk about ball, we're here to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Children's card games. And let's see what Return of the Duelist has. So we have Noble Knight Gawain. I think that's the second Noble Knight card now that we have gotten. Then we have some Utopia support, some awful stuff for photons. Heroic Challengers are this weird archetype. I don't even really know, like, what do you, like, say that they really do? Chronological is kind of similar. It's like, it's weird. They have level modulation, some weird summon. It's like, they have their own extra deck monsters and that they want to summon, and they're basically these weird, like, treasures, would you call them? Like, you have a crystal skull here, you have the Moai statue. It's weird. Then we have prophecy cards that are basically the monster lineup for spellbooks, something that we will definitely see somewhere along the line. Then we have Manolche here as well, these like adorable sweets themed cards that have their main gimmick is basically like, they, instead of going to the graveyard, they go into the deck and then they interact with not having cards in the graveyard. Then we have Geargias, which are these goofy looking machine monsters focus around just making Xyz plays. Silver Sentinel, shout out to hehe. There's a nod to a very famous Finnish sniper. It's a monster card that you can set in your back row, and then if your opponent pops it, you get to spell summon it and pop a card from your opponent's side, which is pretty neat. A Grandsoul the Elemental Lord. I think that's the first Elemental Lord that we're getting of the, like, Elemental Lord, Element Saber archetype. Goblin Marauding Squad here to give us various goblins, and then we actually have a decent lineup of quite a bunch of Xyz monsters this time around. We don't really have a way to get Super Dimensional Rebel Galaxy Destroyer on the field, unfortunately, but we just have, you know, generic stuff. We had the Heroic Champions get their Excalibur, Crystal Crown out, Makumek, or like generic stuff. Same thing with all of Silver Mountain and Albert rigged semi-generic. There's a lot of Earth monsters, interestingly enough, in the set. And then Geargia and the Axe, they're obviously meant for Geargias, and Sorberg as well if you're going into level 6s. The spell trip lineup for all of these is not great. Spellbooks, obviously very good, but I already know that we're gonna talk about those and see them later on, so I'm not gonna talk about them too extensively here. Whereof though not super relevant for us now, but obviously a card that has seen a healthy amount of play in Mono Yu-Gi-Oh! Impenetrable Attack, one of the more like splashable back rows in the set. Void Trap Hole there as well. It's pretty good. Also gives us access to trap holes. Soul Drain here. Everyone loves the Drain Floodgate cards. Yay. Blue Dragon Ninja if you want to play ninjas for whatever reason. Gallatin here as well for Noble Knights. Chronological Atlantis, another a generic level 6 Miracle Contact there if for whatever reason Jeexx wants to go. Neos and Thunderspark Dragon here as well. We have numbers in the set, so we can also get more generic Xyz monsters. I completely lost my train of thought there. Xyz monsters from there. And then what contains in TuP8 Booster 8 is a bunch of really fun cards like Thunder King Ryo and Skill Drain. Wow, how very much fun. More interestingly, Upstart Goblin is there if you want to play a 37 card deck. The gadgets are present here as well. More red support in Ways of Lost Guardian. Ready for intercepting. For specifically combating warrior spellcasters, goes and match there. Also, if you're playing a single attribute, this might obviously flush your opponent's plans completely. Level of Fire Dodge is the generically good fire monster, but we don't really have anything to make use of it. And Emperor's Holiday if you want to side specifically against the 3 or 4 Noble Knight cards that we currently have access to. But yeah, totally enjoyed the set breakdown, and I will see y'all in the deck building section next.
Okay, so today we're playing normal light warrior beatdown, where the goal is to use normal light warriors for a it's a hero deck, guys. It's a fucking hero deck. Count the duelist, yeah. In fact, I think the count is wrong, because I did not count this yet, because I only counted the ones that we had in actual episodes so far. There we go. We have played heroes 15 times so far. I'm gonna make this a thing. I'm gonna make sure to count all the times I play heroes. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can laugh at me, you can point fingers at me, and you can call me deranged. So anyway, we're playing what I would like to call normal warrior beatdown with a side of heroes, purely because the fact that heroes work really well with Miracle Fusion in getting out the Shining, and then recurring like stuff like Sparkman, and well, of course, the hero fusions themselves if they're used for material. And I think that's overall gonna come up. I think it's gonna be strong enough that I'm gonna make Shining after I lose like an XYZ monster, and then I can use Shining on I'm beating out anything I want. But yeah, let's start off with Blue Dragon Ninja. It's here for getting access to Blade Armor Ninja. Goblin Marauding Squad. It's here for access to Upstart Goblin and Goblinberg. Goblinberg is in here because it's a rank 4 enabler. Gawain has the effect of if you control a light normal warrior or normal monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. So you summon this guy when you have a Sparkman or a Torgus or a Neos on the field. Then we have Photon Kaisar, which is here for Photon Trasher, which is here because it can normal summon itself or spell summon itself when you have no monsters. Silver Sentinel, Simo Hauha, Torille. You can set this card from your hand to your spell trap zone as a spell card. During the end phase of the turn, this set card in your spell and trap card zone was destroyed by an opponent's card or effect and sent to the graveyard. Target one card your opponent controls. If possible, special summon this card from the graveyard, and if you do, destroy that target, if any. This is one of the jankiest cards in the entire game, but it's one of the coolest cards in the entire game. I have never managed to get this effect to go off, mostly because of the fact that usually when you play it, it's in a format that doesn't have Heavy Storm, so yeah. And it's relying on your opponent destroying it. If you could destroy it yourself, that would be nice, that would be perfect. But yeah, Elemental Hero Neos is in here because we have Miracle Contact, and I figured I might as well play Neos so I can use it for Neos Knight if need be. It's in the main deck because I have one Polymerization, the Miracle Contact in here. Sparkman is a level 4 Light Warrior, and that's good for Blade Armor Ninja and Excalibur. Artorigus, which is the normal monster for Noble Knights. I think it might come up during the episode, but Noble Knights are probably one of my favorite archetypes. Probably maybe top 2, top 3 actually. Like it goes like Heroes, Noble Knights, DDD. I think that's top 3. I think that's top 3. There's a few more like could have an argument to be made for top 3. Stuff like Manol Chase or fuck, what was it called again? Fuck, I'm trying. Five Furs are cool. Or well, Fluffles, I guess. I like Fluffles. Yeah, it's kind of there's probably a theme there somewhere. You can look into that if you want. But yeah, those are probably my top 5 archetypes of all time. I like those archetypes the most. And then there's of course certain deck archetypes that I like as well that aren't like specifically archetypes. But we're getting off topic. Noble Knights are up there, and just like heroes, I will be playing Noble Knights whenever I really get the chance because I wanna somehow get them into the deck. Then Miracle Contact, which is a new Neo/Hero support card. Shuffle into the deck from your hand, field, or graveyard the fusion material monsters that are mentioned on Elemental Hero Fusion monster that mentions Elemental Hero Neos as material. Then special summon that fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. That is huge. This thing is actually huge, because Neos before would have to be on the field to summon the actual thing. So now you can just do Miracle Contact while Neos is in hand to shuffle Neos and one card from the graveyard, for example, or multiple depending on what you're using, to summon a Neos fusion, such as Divine Neos. But yeah, then MST, because of MST just being generally good. I don't really know what I'm going to be running into in this set, if I remember correctly. Don't think Weebfox mentioned it, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see if this has actually any use. Galatine, you can only control one Noble Arms Galatine, equip only to a warrior type monster, against 1000 attack. During each of your standby phases, it loses 200. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one warrior type Noble Knight monster you control. Equip this card to that target. You can only use this effect of Noble Arms Galatine once per turn. This is really good. Like, legitimately, this thing allows Artorigus to beat over a lot of extra deck monsters, and it's really scary, especially when you combine it with stuff like Excalibur or Blade Armor Ninja. Because Excalibur can suddenly be a 5k wall, and Blade Armor Ninja can swing for like 3.2k. Then we have Polymerization, as I said, for the Shining and, well, Gaia to a degree. Upstart Goblins, so I can fill out the deck without having to fill out the deck. 3 Bottomless. Deep Dark Trap Hole, which is in the set, so I get access to Bottomless. Or actually, it's Void Trap Hole. Void Trap Hole is in the set, so I get access to these 4. And Impenetrable Attack. During the battle phase, activate one of these effects. Target one monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects during the battle phase. You can take no battle damage. You take no battle damage during this battle phase. Both of these are really good and can be really helpful with, like, for example, even Utopia, because Utopia won't be destroyed by its own effect. Void Trap Hole, when your opponent spell summons a monster with 2000 or more attack, negate the effects of one of those monsters with 2000 or more attack, and if you do, destroy it. And then XYZ Reborn, target one XYZ monster in graveyard and spell summon it, and if you do, attach this card to it as material. So for example, let's say we get Shockmaster in the graveyard, we use XYZ Reborn on Shockmaster, and now we can use Shockmaster again. Or we get Blade Armor Ninja in the graveyard when we're like fairly low on resources. We can XYZ Reborn. We can use XYZ Reborn as material and have equips on it and just swing for the game. The side deck has Thunder King Ryo. Is this the first? No, this can't be the first time we see Thunder King Ryo, is it? I'm gonna double check because I'm. No, it's technically not. But like, this is the first time that it's in like a set because of Turbo Pack 8. So Ryo is one of the most obnoxious stun cards in the game. I guess I don't really know if I would call it a stun card, purely because of the fact that it like limits your opponent from drawing cards and then has a negation for a summon. But it's a really strong control piece. You play this, you play Shockmaster, you play Goes and Match, and your opponent is just fucked. And on top of that, you have like Chaos Trap Hole set. And you just sit there and your opponent struggles to play the video game. It's in here in case things go poorly. Hopefully I won't have to play it. Third copy is Miracle Fusion, because I do want to have access to the Shining and everything else fairly easily in game 2 or 3. But I don't want to have this be an actual hero deck if I can avoid it. So I don't want to actually run them in the main deck. Same reason why we don't have E-Calls or A Hero Lives. Mystical Space Typhoon, Polymerization, Chaos Trap Hole, Deep Dark. Chaos Trap Hole negates a light or dark monster when it would be summoned, or a light and dark monster summoning and banishes it. Deep Dark Trap Hole, Goes and Match. Each player can only control one attribute of monster and sends all other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. So for me, this should not be an issue because most of my monsters are, most of the monsters that I want to stick on the field are lights, like Excalibur, Shockmaster, even Utopia, and Ray and Babylon Operative. All these cards. Okay. And there's also in game 2 onwards, there's also the chance of using Ryo, which is also a light monster. The only card that like I would want to play that will not stick on the field undergoes a match is Blade Armor Ninja. But most likely, I will not summon Blade Armor Ninja if I have any other monsters on the field to begin with. But yeah. Then we have XYZ Soul. Target one XYZ monster in other player's graveyard, and all monsters you currently control gain 200 attack equal to its rank. 200 attack equal to its rank times 200. Wait, that. I am very bad at speaking. Sorry, guys. Each monster you currently control gains attack equal to its rank times 200. Then you can shuffle it into the extra deck. This attack increase lasts until the end phase. Okay, and then we have Gaia. You target when you summon it, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, half its attack, and give it half of it to this thing. Neos Knight, which is a fusion that we haven't seen yet, must be fusion summoned. Yeah, must be fusion summoned, unless you ignore its conditions. And then you can use one Neos and one Warrior monster for it against half of the original Warrior fusion material monster's attack, and it can attack twice. Can it make a second attack during each battle phase, and your opponent takes no battle damage involving attacks from this card, which is really good. Like this card is pretty fucking scary because it can easily clear out the board, even though it's not as good as Blade Armor Ninja, but it's arguably easier to access thanks to Miracle Contact. But in game 2 onwards, I most likely won't be having Neos in my deck anymore, and I will be free of the curse of Neos Knight. The Shining, it's an elemental hero and a light monster, really big deal because you can use Miracle Fusion and Polymerization on basically any of the monsters that we have. Blade Armor Ninja, once per turn you can attach one to have this card attack twice, or any danger monster attack twice. Return of the Duelist's cover card, Excalibur. I don't even remember if we've been playing the cover cards recently, and I don't remember if we've ever really brought attention to them. But this thing requires 2 level 4 warrior monsters. Once per turn you can attach 2 materials from this card, and this card's attack becomes double its original attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Big. Huge. So yeah. Shockmaster. So man, once per turn you can attach one XYZ material from this card to declare a card type, monster, spell, or trap. That type of card, if spell or trap, cannot be activated. If monster, your opponent cannot activate its effects until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you have 3 materials in this card, which is already like criminal. When you get to stun your opponent for 3 turns in a row, like what the fuck were you thinking? I get summoning this with 2 materials is shit. Like it's too easy at that point. So we wanted to make it 3 so that it's harder to do. But then eventually we ran into a situation where 3 might as well have been 2. So you get Shockmaster out, and you just, for 3 turns in a row, you just tell your opponent they can't play the game. You play your turn, then you activate Shockmaster's effect to limit the thing you want to limit, and then bada bim bada boom, they're fucked. And if you happen to have a really good deck, you can get 2 of these out, or more, and it's just criminal. But yeah, then we have Shark Drake. Shark Drake has the effect of once per turn, when this attacking card destroys an opponent monster or battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, spell summon that card, destroy monster to your opponents on the field in face-up attack position, it loses 1000 attack, and if you do, you can make a second attack with this card during this battle phase. And Utopia and Chronological Atlantis is in here for its number specifically. It's a number card. I only put it in here for that reason and no other reason. I'm not going to read its effect. I don't even know what it does. It also justifies the existence of the number archetype because it mentions number in quotations, which means that is an archetype. Utopia Ray. You can also extend this card by using Utopia. We already talked about this card. And we already talked about this card last week, I think. Or not last week, a few weeks ago. But anywho, that is pretty much it for this deck. I think this deck, this deck and this set are fairly nostalgic for me, because this is similar to a deck that I played way back in the day that utilized Rescue Rabbit, Goblinberg, Gawain, Sparkman, and Artorgus with Quinn's Knight. Like I had 9 normal monsters in my deck, 3 Gawains, Rescue Rabbit, and I had a few copies of Silver Sentinel. And I don't remember what the spell trap lineup was at all. Probably like a bunch of equips, but it was really fun. That was one of my favorite decks that I ever built myself. Because I don't know why, but it just clicked with me. Like, oh my god, I can use Rescue Rabbit to make Blade Armor Ninja Excalibur. Oh my god, it's huge. And then later on, Medrot came out, and I just splashed in 3 copies of Medrot. Medrot, or not Medrot, like Mordred. I should probably just be saying Mordred. Yeah, Mordred is like in the next set. Yeah, it's a Cosmo Blazer, and that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. We're gonna be playing Noble Knights in that set as well. Anyway, good luck with the games.
And welcome back, guys and gals. I got a brief word there. And here's what we're playing today in Return of the Duelist. So we're playing Geargia. There was a nice amount of air stuff here, and also the TuP8 giving us access to the gadget lineup as well. I just feel like the set just lends itself pretty well to playing Geargia. And I think this is just a like really straightforward and just like pretty easy, fun archetype to be playing. So yeah, with all that being said though, let's take a look at the deck and see what we are working with. Right off the bat, we are playing a single Grand Soil the Elemental Lord, just kind of as a meme. It's not probably gonna, not likely to be seeing this guy, but it's just there because we're playing all Earths. And if we just happen to have this in our hand with exactly 5 Earths in our grave, we can special summon it, and then we can target 1 monster in either player's graveyard and special summon the target. And then it has the effect that all Elemental Lords share, where if the face-up card leaves the field, you skip the battle phase of your next turn. It's just a big dumb beat stick that gets you some additional materials. It just, it's fun. I figured since it was in set we're playing all Earths, might as well put one in the deck and see how that goes. But now for the meat of the deck. Starting us with our Geargias, we have a Geargia Arsenal, which gains 200 attack for each Geargia monster you control, and they contribute it to spell summon a Geargia monster from your deck in defense position, except Geargia Arsenal. Just really solid. It can become decently big if we get to do some swarming, and we can just tribute it for another Geargia if we so want, which gives us a Geargia in our grave, which, as you'll see a little bit later, we would like to have. And also we just filter our deck and get to summon our best Geargia card from a deck. So just super solid. Another really solid one is Geargia Accelerator, where if you control a Geargia monster, you can spell summon this card from your hand in defense position, and then when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target a Geargia monster in your grave, except Accelerator to add it to your hand. Just very solid. You can normal summon a Geargia, spell summon Accelerator, and boom, there you have a rank 4 play. Then if we can't get into our immediate Xyz place, then probably our best turn 1 play, Geargia Armor. Once per turn you can change it to face down defense position, and when it's flipped face up, you can add a Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, except Armor. Also 1900 defense, which is relatively beefy, because, when you're playing against Jeexx, anything that can withstand Stratos, I'll consider beefy. Really simple. Those are our level 4s, and then for our level 3s, we have Geargia Mark II, which is a level 3 that on normal flip summon you special summons a Geargia monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. Most likely to be used with another Geargiano or Geargia Mark II to make a rank 3 play. And Geargiano is a level 3 as well that you contribute to target a level 4, specifically for not for a lower machine type monster in your grave to spell summon it, but its effects are negated. So we can either use these to make rank 3 plays, or maybe we can normal summon Geargiano to get some of our level 4 Geargias from our grave. And then if we have something like Accelerator, we can summon that to make a rank 4 play that way. So just some neat recursion. And to end off our monster lineup, we have a single block Golem, where if all monsters in your graveyard are Earth, you contribute this card to target 2 level 4 or lower rock monsters in your graveyard, except block Golem. Spell some of those rock monsters, but their effect that activate on the field cannot be activated this turn, and the only targets that we have for those are Revival Golem at 3 copies, where if it's sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can either special summon it or add it to your hand. It's a 2100 defender. And the way to get this in the grave is we're going to skip ahead to Catapult Zone, which we're playing 2 copies of, where once per turn, if a monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can send a rock-type monster from your deck to the graveyard instead. And obviously sending Revival Golem means that we can then spell summon it to get more extension. It's neat. But I'll be honest, the Block Golem, Revival Golem, Catapult Zone thing is something that I'm very likely to side into just gadgets going into games 2 and 3. But this is just something that, you know, it's fine. Then we have 3 MSD, now obvious generic. There are trap holes in the set, so we really want to be getting rid of those. We have a single Xyz unit, which is an equip, where you equip to a face of monster, Xyz monster, which gains attack equal to its rank times 200, and if the equipped monster you control would detach, a material to activate its effect, you can instead detach this as one of the materials. It's just a simple boosting, since a lot of the stuff that we have isn't too big. This is a way for us to get more punching power with something like Geargia and X, and also give us more searches if need be. Then for our traps, we have 3 Void Trap Hole. When your opponent spell summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack, you negate the effects of one of those monsters with 2,000 or more, and if you do, destroy it. Very simple. Just most things that we would want to negate the summon of anyway, with something like Trap Hole. It's just an extra copy with Void Trap Hole, and I guess I'll cover it here, but also Bottomless. Banishes anything that gets summoned with 1500 or more attack. It's just really flexible, really good removal still for the set. Xyz Soul, 3 copies where we target an Xyz monster either player's graveyard. Almost you can control gains attack equal to its rank times 200, and then you can shuffle it into the extra deck. Once again, we are really starved for some stats, and obviously, like, if we can go for even 5 Geargia and X's in a game, if these games end up being slower, I figured like Xyz Soul might pan out pretty well in games like that. Xyz effect, at 2 copies. When you Xyz summon a monster, you can target a card on the field to destroy it. Most of our deck just revolves around just really easily Xyz summoning, so we should have this online most of the time, which obviously just means that after we've set it, anytime we Xyz summon, we can get another pop on top of the summon. And then Xyz Reborn, target an Xyz monster in your graveyard to spell summon it, and if you do, attach this card to it as material. Very simple. We can get back stuff like Geargia and X, and we'll immediately have material for it as well. And finally, we have a Deep Dark Trap Hole. When a level 5 or higher effect monster spell summoned, banish the level 5 or higher effect monster. This is mostly here if, once again, you never know with Jeexx, like, we might end up seeing heroes, so this is here just to round out our 40 cards, and also to have something, you know, if he ends up going the hero fusions for the god knows how many time in a row. As for the side deck, it's very simple. We have 3 green gadget, 3 red gadget, 3 yellow gadget, and then 3 upstart goblin. Sure. If we want to have more consistency, and then just 3 goes and match, because we are, as you can see, solely playing Earth. We have a couple lights and a single water monster in our extra deck, but for the most part, we can just function perfectly fine with just playing Earths. So goes and matches here if by chance it can soil Jeexx's plans. Foil, not soil. We don't want to provide him with a nutritious foundation. But then for our extra deck, first, Geargia and X takes 2 level 4 machine monsters. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card to add a level 4 or lower machine from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And then when this face-up card leaves the field, you can target a level 3 or lower Geargia monster in your graveyard to special summon it. So, unfortunately, you can only special summon back the Geargianos, not the actual other Geargia monsters, but still, obviously, being able to just detach and add a machine monster from our deck to our hand is very good. Then we also have here King Albertich, I think. Takes 2 level 4 Earth monsters. Once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card to make all non-Earth monsters currently on the field lose 500 attack and defense permanently. This is once again here to help us combat the situation where most of our stuff is relatively small. So this can help us make the push to actually punch over things. Then we also need some 3s for our Geargianos. So for that, we have Soul of the Silver Mountain. Takes 2 level 3 Earth monsters. Once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card to target a set spell card in your opponent's spell and trap zone, which cannot be activated while this card is face up on the field. And then less relevant if this card destroys an opponent monster by battle while it has Xyz material. You can target an endless monster in your graveyard to spell summon it in face-up defense position. It's 1800 attack. It's not really going to be beating over stuff. We also have, just to have some more flexible stuff for our level 3s, we have Crystal Chrononaut, place 2 level 3s. Once per turn when this card is targeted for an attack, you can detach an Xyz material from this card. This turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and your opponent also takes any battle damage you would have taken. It just can protect itself. It gives us some sticking power. And then we will never be summoning Thunder Spark Dragon. It's only here to give us access to numbers. And then for numbers, we have one of Shockmaster. So it takes 3 level 4 monsters. But if we can get to this, Shockmaster is one of the most degenerate cards ever printed in Yu-Gi-Oh! So once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card to declare a card type, either monster, spell, or trap. And that type of card cannot be activated and cannot activate its effects until the end of your opponent's next turn. End of your opponent's next turn. Sorry, if it was your opponent's next turn, it would be somewhat balanced because they can't do stuff on your turn, but in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And that would be insanely broken. But end of your opponent's next turn, basically, you do your stuff, you activate the effects that you need, then you go into Shockmaster, you detach one, and basically 1/3 of the cards in the entire game, now your opponent cannot use during that turn. It's incredibly oppressive. And then we have Utopia here, just simple. It's decently big. It can stop attacks. It's fine. And then we also have Leviathan Dragon here to have a rank 3 that also can punch pretty hard. Can attack directly and it has material, and then once per turn you can detach one to make it permanently gain 500. Pretty simple. I think the deck is just overall like pretty straightforward. And yeah, excited. I don't know. Geargia is one of those archetypes that I've just been intrigued in playing as well. So happy that I got to play it in this series. So hopefully you enjoy the matches. So I will see y'all in the dueling zone next. What's up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to History Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey. That feels really weird to say because if you watched all the way through last week, you would know that we are recording these two back to back because we're trying to get ahead in episodes a little bit because somewhere in the near future we know that there will be a brief time period when we will not be able to record some episodes, so we'll try to get ahead where we can, but just a heads up with that. But Jeexx, Return of the Duelist, as well as closing in on the actually, isn't Turbo Pack 8? I think it might be the last Turbo Pack, so
yeah, pretty sure Astral Packs from here on.
Yeah, it's yeah, you're
I'm
right.
gonna be honest, we're returning back to my roots as a duelist. This is the set where multiple of my favorite non-elemental hero archetypes got their start out of.
Thank you for
At least 2 of them. At least 2 of them.
That's pretty cool.
Like I wouldn't say that, like, somebody pointed out, like, to I think Joshua at one point, that green sets are broken. Like every single green set is broken.
Oh wait,
I think this
the
isn't
color
quite
scheme
broken.
In the packaging.
The cover. Yeah.
That's funny, actually.
This one isn't exactly broken, but the next one I think is Duelist Alliance, and that is most definitely
I was literally
broken.
just gonna say, like, isn't Duelist Alliance's green?
Yeah.
That's literally
and it's always Power of the Elements, for example.
Yeah, that is literally the first thing that I also thought of, so that's pretty funny. You would point that out.
Yeah, I'm excited to play this set, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm hope to recover from the absolute blasting that was last week. And once again, I'm reminding you, these are recorded in order. I'm wearing the same t-shirt because the last episode was recorded literally 10 minutes ago. So don't be calling me stinky. I don't wear the same t-shirt for a week straight.
Also, what number is the episode?
What did you want to tell us?
The episode number is episode number 69.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know what I was just going for with my hands, but it was not the number 69. And all right. We are.
Now get on with it. No!
Yeah. I was gonna say I finally won a coin flip, but I actually don't know if it's been that long since I won a coin flip. I didn't win it last time, and that's all I remember. And this is not a good hand.
Holy shit, this is ass.
Wow. Okay, yeah, this is a bad hand.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, well, you are immediately at least gonna know what I'm working with, but let's get started with a normal summon of a Geargia arsenal.
Oh no, I'm so sorry for you.
They're funny. Anyways, we'll start by tributing out the Geargia arsenal to get ourselves a. Now, it would be funny. I'm not gonna do it. We'll just grab the one that makes sense. Where are you? There we go. We'll get Geargia armor. Some of that in defense. And once per turn, you can change it to face down defense position. So I will just set that Geargia armor. Then I am going to set a back row and pass.
I will take my turn, and I will stand by. Main. I will make sure that I have a recording of this as well.
Oh, he's serious when he's recording, you know.
This deck is some ass.
Nice.
Okay.
Then there are two of us.
Upstart Goblin.
Yep.
To draw one card. And then I will normal summon Noble Knight Artorias.
There it is. No one shall ever know the truth behind the fateful day. Artorias went forth to where the brilliant sword displayed. 'Twas was the night of many feats so great, a legend through and through, with sing of Artorias the noble and the brave. And this from the Tales of the Noble Knights. Artorias was the first noble knight, right?
This is the first noble knight, yes. Artorias is not even in this set. He's in Photon Shockwave.
Yeah, I was like, he was literally the first one that came out whenever those came out. And I think Gawain came out in this set, right?
Yeah, Gawain came out in this set alongside the Noble Arm, Galatine, which I will equip to Artorias.
Yep.
Giving him 1000 attack, and every single one of my standby phases, he permanently loses 200 attack.
Yep, we can just do those with the counters.
Yep. But yes, I will attack into this for 2,800 attack.
Yep. It goes great, but it is also flip face up. So I will add a Geargia monster from my deck to my hand.
Then I shall go to main phase 2, and I will set 3 cards.
I will grab to hand a Geargia Accelerator. Then I will take back my turn. Alright, well. Lovely.
But yes, Artorias, or more specifically Noble Knights, are one of my favorite archetypes in the game. I think we've discussed this before.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about Inferno Nobles a lot, and they're just the modern Noble Knights. But I think Noble Knights are also like cool. I think they're like, I mean, the lore obviously it's not a high barrier to say like, hey, Noble Knights are pretty cool when it's based on the Arthurian tales. So it's not a high barrier to say that, but. It's still like I think the coolest equip-based archetype in the game.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Then let's normal summon another Geargia arsenal. Is that okay?
Yeah, that is okay.
Then I would also like to special summon the just added Geargia Accelerator. Then I do wonder. It doesn't really matter. But I can get more stuff into circulation. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's overlay these two. For you
Creating the overlay network.
Sorry?
Creating the overlay network?
Yep. You will never guess what I'm overlaying these two for.
I have no idea. It's a rank 4. What could you possibly be making with these machine rank 4 level 4s?
Wait.
Did you?
I just realized. Okay, that would have been really funny.
Oh.
But yeah, I will be making Gear Gigant X.
Fair.
And then we will. This in the circulation will detach Accelerator, who unfortunately doesn't get sent from the field, so we can't use the effect. But I will use it to add a machine from my deck to my hand, specifically level 4 or lower machine. And I think I'll take honestly, we'll get Geargia to have some recursion going. And then we will set a card in the back row. And unfortunately, so our Torgus here is way too big. And
Large boy.
He is large and in charge, so we will just pass.
I will go standby main. I will just directly go into battle and attack into the Geargia.
Yep, and it lost 200, so it's now 26, right?
Yes, 26.
Yeah. So this goes to the grave, and I take 300.
Level 3 or lower? Oh.
Yeah, there's no targets, so that doesn't.
That is God. So I was thinking about playing Geargia purely because the fact I was like, I don't know what you're gonna be playing, and I was kind of interested in like splashing in Geargia to have a like rank 4 engine going Geargia and whatnot. But I realized that Geargia has no synergy with the rank 4 engine.
Yeah, you need the Geargianos first. That is a lot of back row.
That is a little too much back row, I must say, but I will pass.
All right. Now this is funny, but would you like to count the amount of earth monsters that I have in my grave? I did not expect to be able to actually summon this, but it's funny, so obviously we gotta go for it. So I would like to spell summon from my hand Grand Sword the Elemental Lord.
Okay. In response to it being summoned, I would like to act. Actually, wait. Okay, so yeah, I have priority now, and I can activate this. And I would like to banish that level 5 or higher monster.
Yep. So I will be losing the battle phase mode next turn, but I still get to special summon.
Yep.
And I think.
Upstart Goblin?
Yeah, I'll special summon Upstart Goblin to summon 3 cards from my deck.
Huh. I'm gonna be honest, I was sitting here like, man, this card is gonna be fucking dead the entire game. What am I gonna do? And
you're gonna kill my one-off Grand Soil, the fucking shitter.
I'm so sorry. I think the sad part is that Artorigus, if I had like just summoned it last turn, would still be big enough. Or this turn, it would be big enough to swing over.
Yeah, I think we'll just grab. Did I just grab Arsenal to get something? I think I'll just grab Arsenal because this doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll just grab Arsenal. And then Grand Soul is
this from the deck?
Banished.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's next turn. Yeah, so my next turn battle phase is gone. Yep.
Then, yeah. Your turn. You can continue.
Okay. I was like, is there something that you're actually doing here? Yeah.
I mean, it's 1.5 thousand.
It is, but it could be 1,700.
Oh, it's too big now.
All right. That is so much back row, by the way. Like, that is terrifying.
And I was worried that most of it was gonna be dead. Like, legitimately. I was scared that most of it was going to be absolutely worthless.
Then I would like the normal summon.
Wait, actually, your arsenal is 17k.
Yeah,
1.7k.
And now it's 1,900.
No, it's for each Geargia monster. So it counts itself.
Oh, yeah, it counts itself. Yeah, it's 2,100. Fear my
That's
Geargia
actually
arsenal.
Kind of scary when you think about it, because
it's honestly not bad.
With swarming?
Yep, exactly. Big swarms.
Big swarm. I think wouldn't you just want to go into Geargia Accelerator with the Geargia Accelerator and something in your graveyard into a Geargia Gaunt and add something? And then maybe make another Geargia Gaunt even?
Well, let's start with, Geargiano.
Yeah.
Chibiting it and getting something here. And I guess it doesn't matter it gets negated, but I guess we can just grab another arsenal.
Wait.
What are you thinking?
Wait, can you activate Arsenal?
The
Because you
effects are negated.
tribute it, but you can activate effects when they're negated. No, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, you were thinking because since it resolves in the grave.
Yeah, because you can activate access code under skill drain by tributing access code to its own effect, and it triggers. So you should be able to tribute itself when its effect is negated.
That's
I'm
pretty.
gonna double check.
That's pretty funny if it works that way. But if it makes you feel better, it doesn't matter for what I'm trying to do here. So, okay. Do I? It's so big still. Like it's what is it? It's 26. Yeah.
26 still. Yes.
And you have 3 more back row, which is terrifying. Honestly, I think we agreed. Thoughts? Yeah, fuck it, we ball. All right, I'm activating Xy's soul.
What the fuck?
So I'm giving all of my monsters a 800 boost until the end phase, and shuffling the Geargia back to my extra deck. So that puts one of my Geargia arsenals at 29, and accelerator obviously doesn't matter, and the other one is just 24. Then I would like to go to the battle phase and attempt to swing over a Torgris for 300 points of damage.
That is huge.
It is.
That is far too huge for me to handle.
And then this one for 20. Well, no, 24, right? Yeah, 24.
24? Yeah.
There we go, main 2. Well, set a card. And I had 2 cards here that I did not expect to be able to summon. But I would like to overlay Geargia Arsenal, and Accelerator to summon.
Thank you.
Shockmaster.
In response to Shockmaster being summoned, I would like to activate Bottomless Trap Hole.
Pain. But also, I wouldn't have popped that anyway, but I do also get this. I wanted to pop this. Yeah. But yeah.
Aha! It is one of my XYZ Reborn.
Ooh. Yeah, so this goes over there. I had to, you know.
Yeah.
Imagine it was a quick effect.
That would be so fun. This card would be... Actually, sorry. It would be the most banned card ever if it wasn't already the most banned card.
I was just going to say, like, if you're going to say this card would be broken, it's like, I have a news for you.
It's already banned, bro.
It's so funny, by the way, that my Banish Zone is my 2 cards that I was like, but it might come up.
It's so sad.
But yeah, so...
These are both like... Holy shit, you got these up? Damn, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, so my next turn, I will not have a battle phase. So we remember.
Okay. I would like to special summon from my hand Photon Trasher.
Your Photon Trasher can eat my ass.
Oh, no. Wait. What the fuck? This thing is broken.
All right.
I've never read this card.
Please give me a... Actually, it doesn't matter. Just give me armor.
Give me the card
Wait, this is actually so good. Wait, this is better than armor.
Potion.
If you're banishing what I summon here, I'm going to kill you in real life. Anyways, a normal summon,
you can go proximity
Geargia
to me.
Mark II.
What the fuck?
And then I get Geargiano in defense mode.
What the fuck?
Is that okay?
That is okay.
And then,
Oh yeah, you can definitely activate Geargia Arsenal under its effects being negated because the cost attributed. So you tribute it for the cost and then resolves in the graveyard. Yeah, 100%. But
That's
Geargiano,
funny.
for example, Geargiano doesn't do that because Geargiano specifically says you tribute this card, then target one level 4 and special summon it.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure that
Okay, now I have a choice to make. Do I do the funny? I'm okay. We've got. Wait, I don't even have a battle phase. Yeah, fuck that. I don't care. I'm definitely doing the funny. All right. Let's overlay these two. For a Soul of the Silver Mountain.
My brother in Christ, how the fuck have you played like all of the monsters that are meant to be summoned in this set?
Anyways, I would like to detach an Xyz to target one of your set cards, and it cannot then be activated as long as I control Song of the whatever the hell. So this thing can't be activated as long as I control Soul of the Silver Mountain.
Yeah, I can't do anything for it, so we'll just have to remember.
And then my main two, since battle phase gets skipped, and then it's back to you. This is already one of the funniest episodes ever, just because I'm just getting all the garbage. Oh, baby.
I'm drawing all my garnets.
Oh, you love to see it. Let's put this Soul of Silver Mountain to attack.
I may or may not have a card called Photon Caesar or Photon Kaiser in my hand right now.
Let's just say that as a Galaxy Eyes Photon player, that deck has an unfortunate amount of garnets. Let's poke for 1800. Let's go main tune, sit a card, and pass.
I don't think there is anything in this that can actually do anything for me anymore.
Alright. Draw standby main. Let's desist the other one so you can't activate this either.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, nice XYZ reborn, dumbass.
It was meant to be set, but you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anyway. Anyways, 1800. Yeah. If I'm getting game with Soul of the Silver Mountain, I'm popping off. Back to you.
Wait, where's your Gear Gigant?
It gets shuffled, so if you read XYZ Soul, it shuffles it back into the extra deck after.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great card.
Let's fucking go!
Oh, no.
I'm gonna stand by, main. I will normal summon. Full night. Go,
and goodbye, it's gone.
Yeah. Bro, I drew every one of my garnets in that game. That is awful.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but
it's okay. Well, I have plans.
Oh, plans within plans. Yeah, let's go side for game 2. All right, then I think I'm happy with this. So let's see if we can make that happen again. We definitely can't. That was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, that was lightning in a bottle. That was Raigeki in a bottle.
That sounds like a card that actually exists.
Raigeki in a bottle? Yeah, that's an actual card that
okay,
exists.
well, there you go. That's probably where the joke comes from. So anyway, he's immediately looking at his extra deck, so that's terrifying.
I special summon Photon Trasher.
Even scarier.
I normal summon Goblin Berg. Jesus. And I special summon from my hand Elementally or Sparkman.
Jeexx, when he hasn't played Heroes in 2 seconds, is like, I'm going to...
I'm dying!
I can't.
I'm gonna...
Imagine you get all these, you immediately go Shockmaster, and I just don't play the game. Well, there you
Monster.
This is a fun game that we are playing here. Alright, so...
Well, you cannot activate monster cards or their effects.
Yep.
You can summon them.
Yep. You sure can.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Dark hole.
go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and okay, maybe 3 is enough.
Okay, okay.
And does it matter? I guess I could. Uh, yeah, sure. We'll set a monster and I will pass.
Vampire main.
I think you should start, immediately by detaching for Shockmaster and calling something. Thoughts?
I'm gonna activate Upstart Goblin.
Thank you for the 1,000. This is going to win me the game.
That is definitely gonna win the game. Then I would like to normal summon Thunder King Ryo.
This all your board now needs is just a flipped up skill drain, and it's just like, ain't this fun?
Ain't this fun? Wow. I would like to activate the effect of Shockmaster and call. In this case, I think I would like to call
I think this is a 50-50.
Trap. Yeah,
Sure.
Trap. I think Trap is the best way to go.
Gotcha.
And then I would like to activate Miracle Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Fusion summon into the Shining. Oh, not defense, attack.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Then an attack into this thing.
Oh, we are greedy attacking with Ryo when that Arsenal also has 1900. I see. Anyways, this is a Geargia now, Mark II.
Don't actually know what it has. Then attack and attack.
Yep. And this is 32, correct?
Yes.
Oh no, it's only elementary.
It's
Yeah, 29.
Yeah. And
Yep.
then main phase 2, and I set 1, and I pass. So I have to make this clear. The reason why we are playing Elemental Heroes is not to play Elemental Heroes, but it is to have a way of summoning normal light warrior monsters and then using them later.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
no!
man. You keep telling yourself
My
that.
XYZ reborn.
Sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, since nothing here matters, would you like to negate, since I'm tributing this and spell summon, would you like to negate it with Ryo just to, complete the whole thingy when I'm getting our arsenal?
No.
Okay. Then I will set this card, and we will end our turn.
Traps.
Mm-hmm.
But the hack.
Yep.
And you can't add because
I know. I never did. Yep. What a fun game, guys. Anyways, I'm done siding.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Going second in a format when your opponent just sacks Shockmaster, third one is. Wow, that's so much fun.
Very skill intensive. I will admit that I
at least I gave you time to counterplay it,
That was kind of sad. Yeah, I must admit.
I'm just more like amused at the fact that you're playing heroes again. I just think that's pretty funny.
So I was scared because we were talking about this before we started the first match.
Mm-hmm.
That it would be funny if all that I talked about ended up turning into me just playing heroes again. And I was snickering to myself, thinking, "Bro, it would be fucking hilarious if I started my turn by going normal summon Sparkman, special summon, and then I just sit there like, yep, yep." Then I summon Gawain. That would be funny.
It definitely would. Anyways, I'm dumping all of my hand turn one.
Right.
And I think we will get... Honestly, do I just go solo of the Silver Mountain again? It's funny.
It is very funny. It is very fucking cool, I must say.
I think I want to,
It's kind of small, though.
Sure, there's stuff as well. We'll just go Leviathan Dragon.
No.
And then...
It's too big!
Huge, massive. And we'll detach Geargia to make him 25. And then I will pee my pants.
I activate polymerization.
Go off, King. Sparkman, you're a bastard and your thing is gone. If this bottomless would flip up, please.
Why is it not working?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay.
It's gone.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Miracle.
You need to die. 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 And also this second one also needs to die.
Okay. Holy. Then I would like to set 2 cards.
If you had another way. Actually, wait, yeah, you literally wouldn't have any way of doing it.
Oh, wait. That doesn't happen, yeah. When this card's in the graveyard, yeah.
Yeah, because I
was thinking it was when it leaves the field, yeah.
Don't try to whistle your way out of this. Take this 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
No.
Set a third bottomless and pass.
Pass.
Alright, do I stand by main? There's no torrential tribute. There's no way. Normal green gadget.
Mm-hmm.
I will add red to hand. Battle phase. Green gadget for 14.
Mm-hmm.
And 25. Main 2. Pass.
Oh. I'm gonna know some Thunder King right.
Will you now? Yeah, that's fine.
I attack into the gadget.
No, my Milge! I take
Your
500.
And that's it.
Alright, start turn. Normal red, since this is adding to hand, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then
It's over.
battle phase. 600.
Mm-hmm.
And red gadget.
Then I activate.
Damn. This was a fucking fiesta. What were your set cards?
It was Tori. Yes, it's a Simo Häyhä.
What? I forgot how I can be said. Wait, what did this even do? During that phase of time, was destroyed by an opponent's card. This actually counters me. I just always blindly MST.
Mm-hmm. I was like, do you even have MSTs? Because of that.
Oh wait, were some of the
am I
sets
playing
that
this
you,
card for nothing?
when you set those, were some of those Silver Sentinel?
Unfortunately not, no.
Oh, that would be
Those
so
were
sick.
Multiple Reborns and Deep Dark Trap Hole.
Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't set a bottomless, I did set a void trap hole. I can't believe that you had a way to go into Shining twice in the case where I have 2 of my 3 fucking bottomless trap hole set.
If it was just like Void Trap Hole, I would have been, oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just get my
yeah, specifically it being double bottomless, because even if it was like 1 and you get some stuff back, like that would have been like pretty decent for you. It had to like specifically be, because the negation of void trap hole doesn't matter, because this resolves in grave, right? When this card is sent from the field to grave. Yeah.
Negate the effect is specifically for when the card hits the field. If it has an effect that says it can't be destroyed by battle or destroyed by effects or something, it gets popped regardless, and then unfortunate.
That bro,
my deck.
Like the first game was like the funny. The second game was you playing like the actual Antichrist lineup. And then the third one was just, hey, by the way, I have double the Shining. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Kaima boy. Reverse Uno card. I have double bottomless.
I can't believe I legitimately got fucking Uno reversed. Like, Lamau, fuck you. Oh man, I didn't even draw both of these at the same time.
Yeah, it would have been so sick. And those don't have. Do they have an extra deck card yet?
No, unfortunately, but they do have this thing.
Oh yeah,
and the thing that is actually really good, Blade Armor Ninja.
Oh yeah, Blade Armor Ninja. Yeah.
So I was playing 1 Garnet, which was Blue Dragon Ninja, so you could have access to Blade Armor Ninja.
Oh wait, that's actually so cool.
Yeah, that thing is really good for Noble Knight rank 4 spam at this point, because you get access to a card that can basically swing for 3.2k twice, and then you can swing for 3k twice again. It's really big. It's really threatening. Same with Excalibur. Excalibur just deals with threats. Later on, if you would play the same deck for some reason, you would replace Excalibur with the Lightning, with Utopia the Lightning, the one that becomes 5k when it
Yeah,
taps.
that's one hell of a card.
That thing is fucking disgusting, and I don't understand why this card was ever printed, honestly. And then,
Yeah.
of course, we have the thing that gives us numbers. And
Yep.
then we have the card that I get from Photons.
I got numbers
And
with Thunder, Spark, Dragon. Not that I would ever be summoning, either of the ones that gave us numbers, but yeah. But here are the stuff that I had that you didn't see.
oh yeah, Utopia. Of course you have Utopia. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think the Fairy King was kind of... That's a good card overall.
Yeah, the attack loss being permanent is actually pretty decent, and like it doesn't have a bad body by itself either. It's actually decent. Like this deck overall, like it had a lot of like Geargia actually had a lot going for it. Hey, why didn't you side into Gozen match when I was playing Geargia and then sided into gadgets, man?
Because I, kind of looked at your main deck and I was like, oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
Now I must ask you.
Yeah.
Why did you side into the Gosen match, huh, buddy?
Because if it's the last thing I do, you're not summoning these Noble Knights with any of your Earths on the board.
Yeah, my Goblin Bird.
Exactly.
But I can't summon the Noble Knight and then just sack
And then
Goblin
you
Bird,
just send the Goblinberg.
Yeah.
They just can't exist at the same time. I didn't want to go too
fine,
much.
then
So, like, okay, my side was literally, it was 3 of each gadget, 3 Upstart, and 3 Gozen match. That was my side deck. I could have gone Upstart, but I was like, literally, I have so many ways of adding stuff. I don't want to give you 1,000 extra life points. Like, I'm dead ass.
I purely built like, because the reason why you want to have Upstart in your deck isn't to draw, it's to reduce your deck size. Right?
Yeah.
So I was playing a 40 card deck with 3 Upstarts in it. Because I wanted to have a 37 card deck to have more consistency. Because as you can probably tell, I have no searchers in this.
Yeah.
Because as I was saying, I did not play heroes. I played normal Light Warrior XYZ Turbo with a side of stun.
Yeah, man, your Banished Zone would definitely agree with that.
Bro,
This is
if
a
I
funny
had...
ass Banished Zone. Like, this is hilarious. It's being double the shiny, double spark, man, is so fucking funny. The Silver Sentinel was cool though. Like that's and like especially for, I mean, you seem to have a decent amount of back row. I think I had a clean 2020 like going into it because I had initially I had the Block Golem and yeah, I had a 2020 monsters and spell traps. Imagine you set 3 Silver Sentinel. Like that's so terrifying actually.
And then your opponent activates a Heavy Storm. Let me just double check. During the end phase of the turn, this set card in your spell trap card zone was destroyed. Okay, so it's not even an if effect. It just destroys.
Yeah, it just happens in phase. But imagine you set 3 of those. I'm like, okay, but there is no way it's all that. And I have my 3 of my MSTs, and I just blind pop 3 Silver Sentinels.
That would
be so fun. I think that is the only thing that was missing from this, just being like the funniest episode ever. Because I think collectively, like all 3 games, like had their moments. Usually it's like we have like maybe like one super highlight game, but I feel like this time it was like all 3 had their moments. Whether the moments were good or not, then that's
I think the first game definitely was awesome. Like in the sense that it was kind of a back and forth. It was funny, and the way that it ended was like slow. It was a slow and painful death, but it was kind of fun. Yeah. But the second game,
I mean, that was basically just someone just broke into my house, took all my shit, beat my dog, cut off my legs, and just left.
What the fuck? beat up your dog.
Yeah, I think that is what you did. I think that's what Shockmaster does to you.
That is fair.
Like a
I will accept
Shockmaster
that.
and Ryo on the same board. But yeah, also
Imagine if I had Soul Drain as well.
yeah, actually, but yeah, to the audience, like we decided not to play. Was it Soul Drain or Skill Drain in this one?
Skill Rim. I just decided to not play both because I was
Yeah,
like, I don't really want that.
because
Don't really
there
like that.
those floodgates aren't fun. Like we added MST to the format so we can play around those if we end up playing those, but it just they're not fun for either of us. We're not here to rack up W's. Okay, I need to win every game, so we're
What?
oh
Oh, we're not?
oh
Oh. Oh.
god damn it.
This was my best effort at making a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
deck,
sure,
guys.
yeah, man.
I surely didn't like cut out my Our Hero Lives and my
Yeah,
E-Calls
okay,
and my
well,
Stratos and
can someone put I'm not gonna do it because I'm editing this video and that wouldn't
I'm
make sense. I'm not gonna do it. Can someone put a counter on the screen? How many times Hero has been said in this episode where
honestly,
they didn't play
if
Hero?
if I count every single if I go and count every single instance of me playing Hero, if we can make a counter for that, that would be great.
Oh, that's gonna be painful. But honestly, it shouldn't be that bad. But
I can put it. Oh, actually, I
oh,
can do it because I can put it in my deck breakdown.
oh yeah, this is it's like what the hell is document gonna called in English? Fucking when you're keeping tabs on something. I'm googling that on my phone. It bothers me.
Diary or
Yeah, it's some sort of diary, but I'm assuming it comes from somewhere. Uh, uh, does this have an English
intense Googling
equivalence?
action.
Just keeping tally? That's boring, bro.
Oh yeah, keep it tally. Like you mean like in prison? Yeah.
Yeah,
You tally your days.
yeah.
You
That's
count your days.
that's boring. Okay, that's a dub. That's a W is Finland and a Finnish language
Yeah.
in my book. But like, I just like you just report like, all right, hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to because that's how you speak. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the deck breakdown, and this is the 17th time in this series we are playing Heroes. That's actually pretty
I
cool.
think.
And also,
I
I'm
think that
definitely
idea is
gonna
really cool.
call
I think
it
we
cool
should have
because
thought of that way earlier. But I think I'll make a counter for this with Noble Knights, Heroes, and I think Infernity should be on that. I haven't been playing Infernities because every time Infernities come up, it's like I don't have anything to summon with these.
Yeah,
But I think some decks, I'm gonna make a counter for, like which I know might appear, and I'm gonna put that in my deck breakdown whenever I do it,
I can
if
do
I
that for
remember.
like Blackwing and Photon. I don't know if there would be anything else. Okay, there might be something, but that's way later where we revise the rules once again. But
I just realized,
yeah,
when we get to Arc V and when we get to DDD, bro, you think Infernities were bad? I'm gonna be playing DDD every moment I get.
I mean, I've
It's
seen the
those.
Excel sheets. It's the only archetype. The first thing I heard of them was the existence of Excel sheets for the combos. I'm like,
Oh,
what
that's
the
just a escalation.
fuck?
You just you just play the cards.
Just remember,
You
bro.
know what the cards do.
You just
Just do the card.
remember. Do you,
The card says what it does. Why do you need an Excel sheet, dumbass?
you can play DDDs. I can play like double D archetypes. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, different dimension is pretty
Yeah,
strong.
exactly that one. And summon Parlor Dragon Maid and the likes.
Summon golden homunculus.
I can be your angel or your devil. It's golden homunculus on one shoulder and uh, whatever the hottest dragon maid is. Audience, take your pick on the other.
Ah, yes. Now that's a very controversial thing to say. Who would you say is the hottest
No, I
dragon
literally said
maid?
things. I don't remember. I remember it's the parlor is the no. Laundry Dragon Maid is the blue one. Parlor is the kitchen is red. Nurse is nurse or nurser? I think nurse is the pink one. So parlor would be the green, and chambermaid is the black one, and then house is the fusion. Okay, I know my dragon maid. So let's go.
Hell yeah.
I don't know
So,
if, that's probably not a good thing.
so it would be either kitchen or chamber, right?
All right,
Because
audience, say if that's, controversial or not.
I mean, one of the other ones is a child, and the other one is a French maid, I guess, and the other one is
Is
I
that
don't like
bad?
this. It's too pink. It's too generic, bro. It's too generic. Okay.
Dear listeners of the Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey and watchers, so we don't king shame here. Whatever you're into,
True.
keep at it, king.
Hell
And
yeah.
queen, or
Ah, yeah,
whatever
Queen's there.
is there.
Yes.
If you're a joker like
What's the
me, then hey,
demographic
that's
again?
great. Yeah, what's the
Can we check
kings
the?
and queens? Wait, I need to drop the ladies and
Oh.
lads and instead go kings and queens. We're promoting. Okay,
Hell yeah.
that's something for History Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey Season 3. We're promoting our audience, the kings and queens.
What about the non-binaries? What about them? Do we
They
go
can be
monarch?
kings or queens.
That is true.
That's why,
But what if
like,
they
that's why
choose to
that's
not
so,
identify
like,
as
they
like?
hold so much power because they can just, be whatever. And
They can. I mean, we could also do emperor and empress, and those work. Yeah. There's a billion different titles. Have your pick.
probably
Overlord.
all.
Yeah, there we go.
And then wait for the episode 420 where I call you a slur. Anyways.
I don't think it'll take that long.
It'll take that long for me to call someone a slur, you mean?
I don't. Yeah.
That's fucked
There's
up.
gotta be some games in the future where mayhaps.
My opponent is playing Weather Painter. I just go back to the Modern Warfare 2 lobby. It's just like I'm gonna let it rip, man.
You can let her rip like a Beyblade. Yeah.
Let her rip
those
like
facts.
a Beyblade. That's good. Let her rip like a Beyblade. I'm stealing that.
No, don't. Stupid as fuck.
It's good. I
Oh,
like
no.
it. All right. Anyways, hopefully all of y'all enjoyed this episode. I think it was actually like one of the more fun ones. Especially with we're always bringing you the 50-minute Yu-Gi-Oh podcast at the end. Sometimes not. Once again, reminder that don't talk about my shirt. We recorded this right after the next one. Fuck you. And we will see you next week for Abyss Rising ? I think it's Abyss Rising actually.
That's my sharks become an archetype.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and if you listen this far, another rule change. We are getting way more things as archetypes going forward. So look forward to that, and we'll catch you next time for Abyss Rising. So have a good one, y'all, and peace.